Neil Young, On the Way Home, a song that has been, I've been teaching this since I first started messing around with it in the early 70s, and heard them play this back when they were doing what turned out to be the Four-Way Street Tour. It wasn't called that at the time when they did this in 1970, but Neil was playing with Dave Crosby, Graham Nash, and Steve Stills. And it's been a favorite, really, of my students for a long time. So I finally have a lesson together on this. We talk about a lot of different things in it. Those opening chords, though, are very distinctive. And now, Neil plays this in a lot of different keys. Sometimes changed by tuning the guitar down a whole step, and sometimes by fingering it in different keys. So, or strumming actually different chords. Generally, he's using chords thinking in the key of D, but many times the guitar is tuned down. A half step, like it was at Massey Hall. A whole step, like it was on the not Four-Way Street, because that one was in tune, at the Canterbury House one. That one was tuned down a whole step, as were many of them. But the Four-Way Street one is in tune in the key of D, and that's the one I recommend people work with. Those first couple of chords, the first chord's a G major 7, sorry, played barred at the 5th fret with your third finger barring the top 3 strings. This is chords, these are notes out of the D major 7 family. Staying at the 5th fret for the second chord, going into a D major 7 chord, which is shaped like A major 7. So the fingering for this, again, first chord is the top 3 strings at the 7th fret, and the 4th and 5th strings at the 5th fret, really omitting the 5th string. The next chord, the D major 7, is in the A major 7 shapes at the 5th. That means we've got the 5th fret, bar across the 5th fret. Then we have a note on your 4th finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, your 2nd finger on the 6th fret, the C sharp on the 3rd string, and your 3rd finger on the A on the 7th fret of the D string. That's the fingering we use for the D major 7. To a barred G, full bar at the 3rd fret in the E shapes, landing on a D chord. So that's the main little riff to this song, and that's the way it works in the key of D. It has a syncopated strumming pattern, and I talk more about that in the lesson. The lesson on this is now up at TotallyGuitars as part of the Target program. We talk about a lot of different things. We look at some albums that it's on, including one from Oakland in 1999, where he played it in a completely different key. Still tuned down, but now played down an extra whole step. Put it in the key of B flat using chords played lower than the ones I just did. And then we talk about 2 different strumming patterns. A pattern that has syncopated beats, which is what you used in the intro, and then a normal pattern, down, 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 up, twice in every measure. So anyway, if you'd like to take a look at this lesson, it's broken down into minute detail at TotallyGuitars. We also have a lot of less complicated lessons in our free section. Actually, there's some complicated ones in the free section as well. And most of those, if not all of them, are up here at our TG Free Lessons channel at YouTube as well. But if you'd like to see my breakdown, analysis, and good and bad points of Neil Young's On the Way Home, come visit us at TotallyGuitars.